Okay, the first thing you want to do is go on Google and type in Supervisely, Visely, and then click on the first link that comes up, and then right over here, login. And then we'll provide you with a username, but for right now, I'll just use Rahul T. Suresh, and the password is always going to be Deep Learning 1987. Deep Learning 1987. So log in, and then come to the left over here, click on projects, and depending on which account you will have a different box here. So this one is for dogs. There's going to be another one for apples, for skull, for leaves, flowers. There's going to be a whole bunch of them. So depending on whatever you have, just click on that box and then click on it again, and that's going to open up a new tab. So this is where you're going to do the labeling. This is where you're going to teach the machine what each picture of a dog looks like. So in this one, we have 1,705 images. And each of them has to do with dogs. So this entire group is every picture that you see here, all 35 pages of pictures are all going to be about dogs. So what you want to do is you're on page 1, start with the first image right here. It's highlighted in blue. And then you want to find the picture or the part of the picture that has the dog, and you want to put a box around it because that's what the machine's going to learn. So you come to the left over here and click on this little button here that says add rectangle. And then you come up here and you have two options, dog or dog head. So dog is for an image of a full body of a dog. So this is just the head of a dog. Some images will just have the head, some images will have a full dog. So let's start with the head, and then I'll show you another image that has a full dog in there. So for this one, you would select dog head, and then come over here and you'll have these lines to play around with. So you start in this corner right here and then click, and that puts a point there. Come down here and then another click, and that makes a box around just the dog. And then you can use these corners here and adjust it, make it more compact. We don't want too much white space around it, so don't make it too compact, but also don't make it too wide. And then when you have a box that looks pretty good, kind of like this one, then you click on this check mark right here, and that's going to save this image of the dog right there. So if you're not happy with it, then you can press this little trash can right over here, delete it, and then make a new box. So right here, if you're happy with that image, then save. And then when you're done with that, that's all you have to do for this one. And then you would just come down here, click on next. And this just happens to be the same image. So make sure it's dog head right over here, and save. And then next. So this one is also just an image of a dog head. So you can keep it at dog head. Come right over here, right down here, and save. And then keep doing that. It's another one, and then come down here. This is another image of a dog, but this you're only getting a little bit of the body, so that's not needed. So you can just keep the head. So let's do this much and save, and that's saved over here. And then next. So when you come here, so now you have an image of a full dog, not just the head. So for this, you actually want to get the full dog. So come over here, change it to dog, and then right here, get the whole dog in there, right there, and then save. So that saves it as a full dog. Now, say you accidentally saved it, you forgot to change this from dog head to dog, and now you have a box. So let me just delete this. So say you were still clicked on dog head, and then you made this box over here. What you would do is, and then you press save. So it's saved over here. So then you would just click on this, come back up here, click on dog, and save. And now it saved over it as just a dog. So That's all you have to do with that. And then click on next. You have the same image again. So it's a full dog. So dog right there and check. And then next one. So now we're back to dog head. So first thing you want to do, change it back to dog head. Come over here. That's one point. Second point. And save. So in all of these images over here, the only thing you want to look for is dog. So that's all that each of these images are asking you to identify. So in this one, just a dog. In this one, dog, 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 for all of them. But in some images, you will have other words next to the dog. So that means that in that particular image, you want to isolate the dog and whatever else the image is asking you to isolate. So an example of that is right here. So this one says sun and dog. So you can see here there's a sun and there's a dog. So this is a full dog. So you want to change that right there. Change it to dog and make a box for the dog and save it. And then it's also asking for you to isolate the sun. So come back over here, scroll down, sun, and right there. Now you have the sun saved. So the sun in a purple box over there, and then the dog in the green box. Let's do another one. Let's say this one. So this one is also asking for sun and dog. So there's a picture of a sun and a picture of a dog. So everything that so the title of each image is what you want to look at, because everything that's in the title is what you want to isolate. So some images might just have dog, like we saw before. Some have two separate things. Some might have 3 or 4. So there are different classes that are listed here. So some might, a picture might have a picture of a dog, the sun, and leaves and flowers. So then you want to select each separate class and make a box for each of those things. So for this one, there's a sun and there's a dog. So let's start with the sun right over here. Make a box and save. And the sun is saved over here. And then let's go back. And this is a full dog, not just a dog head. So select the dog. Come right back here. And save the dog. And let's do one more of that. So the next one here, sun and dog. So there's a sun in this corner. There's a full dog here. Let's do the full dog. So you want to get the tail and everything in there. There's the dog. And then change it to sun. Let's do that much right there and save. And you have the sun and the dog saved. So that is all you have to do in terms of labeling. So sometimes what happens with this website is, you can see here there's over 1,700 images in here. So sometimes when you're doing a lot of labeling, after a while the system might get a little slow. It might freeze or just lag. So when things like that happen, just go ahead and log out right over here and then log right back in, and your work wouldn't go anywhere. It's all saved there. Come back here, click on the box again. It'll take you to a new tab, and it will always take you back to page 1. So see page 1 of 35, and it will take you to the first image. But say you're working on the 5th page, so just click on page 5 and then scroll down to whichever picture you're working on, and you can just continue your work from that point and just keep going. And then if it starts freezing up again, just log off and just kind of do that. You just have to do that sometimes. But that is the basic idea of how to label.